Okay, hello and welcome back, guys. As you can see, I still have the... Oh, what is this? I know. No, I do not want Steam VR. My phone is not a VR device. I mean, technically it could be, but just because I connect something via USB-C doesn't mean that it's a VR device. Because you might also notice the angle is now different. You now see the other side of my bedroom. Yay! Really empty, isn't it? Don't have the money for much furniture. That's another thing. You see, I still have Rocks Are Dumb is still open from the last video, but I'll close that now. And we will have this added to the read later list. It's not quite good enough to go into my favorites. So let's have a look here. Oh, it already has a reading by Ilya Leonov, Scribbler and Keyframe. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna touch that, mostly because of that teen tag. Because of the current YouTube rules and all that, that could screw me over. Also, the reason why I have it on this side now, the phone, I mean, is that way I can connect it to the laptop via cable and, charge it. Because running the camera for hours on end actually does drain the battery quite a bit. Who would have thunk? Yeah, we could do The Storm by Mocha Star. Oh my god, that story has been out since the 11th of December 2016. So exactly 5 years now. And has not a single downvote? Okay, I guess let's do this. When was the last time the author was actually online? September 27th. Okay, then I guess let's do this. Let's do this shit! Although I don't know if it's shit. I pretty much expect it to be good because it's been out for 5 years and hasn't got a single downvote. And not even 500 views, though. Hopefully this reading that I'm about to do will... Where's the bottle? There's the bottle. Hopefully the reading that I'm about to do will change that. The Storm by Mocha Star. Blizzards. It's been 3 months since we started our journey. I've lost 3 of my friends to the unending blizzard of this inhospitable place, and even the best fire can't keep us warm enough anymore. I fear all is lost. Mother, father, what can I say to help you understand that I've made a terrible choice? I should have listened to my friends and stayed at home, warm and safe. It's almost time for the holidays, and here we are. Freezing cold, and I know we're lost, but I can't admit it to the others. I forget often that we're out here for... I forget often what we're out here for, and I don't even care anymore. All I want to do is go home, but the way is lost. We should be a mile from salvation, or, heavens forbid, we've been marching and trudging farther away constantly. I lost our map when my tent blew away while we were talking about a bathroom break. A bathroom. That would be amazing right now. All I need is a shower at this point, to wash away the sweat. Water that I don't have to melt against my flesh for Water that I don't have to melt against my flesh over the hours we move. I miss my father's strong voice, the way he'd talk and tell me about work, where he'd have to travel to and how he'd... The way he'd talk and tell me about work, where he'd have to travel to, and how he'd miss us while he was gone. I miss my mother's cooking and stories, the way we'd sit together as a family in the den and just talk and laugh once a week. There was a time I hated socializing so much, but now I'd trade my working kidney for it. All is white as far as we can see. When the cold stops enough to let us feel the warmth of the sun, I am thankful for that much more before the weather begins again, stealing the warmth and hope from our coats as well as our hearts. I think I'm wearing 5 layers of winter gear and I haven't even felt anything below my knees for, I think, 2 days? Probably longer. It's hard to tell time in this place. Hard to tell anything. Just keep moving. That's all we have to do. Keep moving in a straight line and eventually we'll happen across something, darn it! There's an end to every storm, every night, every dream. The way out is ahead, and even if I don't make it, one of us has to. I dream of food often. A hot meal, a cold soup, a warm sandwich, desserts. Cakes, pies, fritters, dumplings count as both, right? Dinner and dessert? Maybe I could try a mix when I'm back home. I'll have a buffet every day I want with all my family and friends, the neighbors, even the guy across the street that isn't liked by anyone else. Sweet dreams, that one. Sweet dreams to that one. I'm drooling into my scarf and it's still cold, still bitter, still lonely. When did I become alone? Where are my friends? Did they leave me or did I wander off? I can't shout over the storm, so I'll save my energy. Backtracking is a fool's errand, so I must press on. Perhaps they're just ahead of me and they passed me while I drifted in my own mind. I see something. Oh, sweet Celestia, it's beautiful. It's a house. Salvation is there. Salvation! I call into the wind that steals my words as they leave my mouth. I'm done trying. I'm done to make it to that house and warm up, have a meal and see my friends again. They're there, waiting for me. I know they made it and they're just resting in a room. They're toasty with hot chocolate in their bellies and they're telling stories to the homeowners. I have a feeling this is a death story. There's some food cooking and a stew in a pot on the stove. Dessert smells with mixed with it all, and when I get in there, I'll be worshipped like a deity. Maybe even have time to tell my story before I see my mom again and have to explain my long absence. My father will understand. He's always going on adventures. My father will understand. He's always going on adventures. My friends will have time to tell me when they passed me and left me alone to die in the blizzard and how they survived. 3 friends are waiting to see me. 3 friends are waiting to fill me with the... Three friends are waiting to see me. 3 friends are waiting to fill me with the attention we all need and desire, with love that only survivors such as we can understand. The door opens and I breathe in the warm air. Oh. I have to know if she's alive. What? Fuck off. It's a fake out. It's a fucking fake out. And I'm crying here for a fucking fake out. The door opens and I breathe in the warm air, letting the door handle go and lowering my tasteless scarf. Mom? I'm home. Mary? Mary? You're late, young lady, she replies as she turns a corner from the kitchen, wiping mouth on an apron before she looks at me. Mary! Mary, you're chilled to the bone! She runs over and hugs me. She's so warm. You didn't wear your boots? And in this weather? What's wrong with you, honey? I snivel and shiver. I sniffle and shiver, heart in her embrace as she quickly turns to push me into the den where the heat is on and it melts the snow from my coat. I disrobe as I collapse onto the floor in front of the couch and lay there, nearly naked as the warm air steals the cold from me. Thanks, Mom, I mumble as my eyes get heavy. Darling. She looks at me as she picks up my cold jacket and scarf. You were 2 blocks away. How'd you get into such a shape? I chuckled. My friends ditched me and I had to walk alone. It was cold, so I made it into an adventure like you taught me. She sighs and shakes her head. Your friends have been in your room waiting for you for the last 10 minutes. You got lost in your imagination again, didn't you? I felt myself blush as the sound of my friends descending the stairs filled the house. Well, it's hard not to. I sigh. I can't help it. I have issues, remember? I love you, baby, but you can't blame your poor eyesight on your active imagination. Wear your glasses, she said as she took my now warming clothes back from... She said as she took my now warming clothes back to the entryway. She's right, but at least I'm not a lost adventurer, right? Oh my god, this is Common Times Visual Pony, and as always I remind you that you can support Pony&Wolf Productions through the links down in the description below. Please consider supporting us because we need every dollar to keep the lights on around here. But oh my goodness, guys. Seriously, this story, like when there was this time skip, this end here where, oh, there's a house, there's salvation and all that. I literally thought we're going to have a dead pony on our hands. That this story was having the wrong tags and that we had a dead pony on our hands. That we're having like a story that is like in the Frostpunk universe where Equestria is covered with snow and there are wendigos and all that shit, you know, and ponies are freezing to death. I was literally expecting that to happen. That we had a story that was simply tagged for everyone, but is actually more for mature audiences. And then if you look at the behind the scenes video for this, you will see that I was literally crying. I had to look ahead to see, hey, is this pony going to live? Because here where it says like, my friends will have to tell me when they passed me and left me alone to die in the blizzard and how they survived and all that. I was like, oh my god. And the next part, it's either going to the afterlife or it's going to be her being found by her friends or something like that. And I had to look ahead because I was fucking crying. Because I'm like, oh my fucking god, why do I do this? And, oh, God. And then to find out that it is a frickin' fake out. That she is stuck in her own imagination. Dude. Seriously, Mocha Star, you wrote this so amazingly. Seriously, wrote this so amazingly. I cannot describe enough how amazing this is. You know what? Have a favorite, have an upvote. That was really well done. That was really well done. Guys, go have a look at the story. Give it an upvote. Give it a comment. I'm going to comment on this later when I'm done with this. And give the author some love because this is really well done. I don't say this about a lot of stories, but oh yeah, and the sirens are going off. I don't say that about a lot of stories, but this story is really well done. Oh my god. Holy hell. Anyhow, this story has been recorded on the 11th of December 2021, one day after my birthday actually. And I hope that you are all okay and that this story finds you well in body and mind. Oh god, guys. Oh god. I cried because I thought she was going to die. Now I literally understand why this story has not a single downvote. It is written so amazingly. That's why I added it to my favorites. Have it in there. Have a favorite from me, dude. You did amazingly there. If you ever seeing this, mate, this story is great. You did really well. I mean it. And I'm not someone who says this about a lot of stories. I'm actually pretty critical. I mean, I give a lot of stories a bit of leeway because we are still talking about, fan works and all that. But your story here is just amazing. I've read hundreds of stories. You can look it up on this YouTube channel, but I have a reason why I added this to my faves. It was really well done, really well written. Your pacing was superb. There was no unnecessary fluff in there. Nice and straight to the point, and yet you got exactly where her imagination was going. I mean, really well done, dude. Really well done. And what else do I have to say here? I can't. It's like just a good story. What else can I say there? Actually, Yep, there's a temp file for this video recording already. Yep, that's okay. So let's export it. Seriously. Wow. I rarely praise a story like this, but this story really deserves praise. Also, let me just tilt this a little bit so you can see me a little bit more. Holy crap. Seriously, that was not what I expected. That was literally not what I expected to happen there, and that fake out at the end there was just amazing. These files can be deleted. These files can be deleted because the MP3 version's already done. Same as Ominous Lyrist. Ominous Lyrist is also an amazing story. Like, these last few days I've come across a few really good ones. Over the years that I've done this, I have come across a few stinkers. And as you know, I am pretty vocal about it. Like, when I don't like a story, I will say so. But this is just a story that I'm like, yeah, you did great. to evoke emotion in me is, after I've recorded Project Horizons and all that shiz, actually not that easy. So well done. Bit by bit, we're cleaning this little masterpiece here. But I must personally say, yeah, great story. And tomorrow I will likely spend a few hours creating, like sorting all of the videos that are already uploaded and putting them into a schedule and all that. I mean, you see it down here, but today is the 11th of December, one day after my B-Day. Yesterday I didn't record, just spent some time with my family. Well, my dad. And it was nice to do that. No, once in a while I really need that, I think. And also, as I said in the comment time, the story is really nice. It's straight to the point. I love it. And I really hope that I did it justice. Because, at the beginning there's this somber tone to it all. And then in the end, it's just a kid walking home. Okay, I'm already in my comment time here. Sorry if I'm not talking much right now, but I'm just still bathing a little bit in the awesomeness of this. The story is just good. It's well done. But also, I think I'm getting a bit hungry, so I think after this I'll have breakfast. It should show you how dedicated I am to bring you guys actual content. Not having breakfast before I actually recorded 2 stories for you guys. Even though the public crowd won't see this for quite some time. Save it. Admittingly, I'm getting tired. Because, believe it or not, recording and editing takes way more out of you than you might think. I've talked to people who are like, well, yeah, but you're just sitting there. Yes, I am, but that alone is stressful for your body. Because you're not generally moving around much. And some of your circulatory system is reliant on you moving around. Why did I do that? There. And now we will go to freesound.org and look for a storm. There we have found our ambience. Now we go here. I'll actually add another track to for the ambience. And then I have to do this again. Back to the entryway. She's right, but at least I'm not a lost adventurer. Friends will have time to tell me when they passed me and left me alone to die in the blizzard and how they survived. 3 friends are waiting to see me. 3 friends are waiting to fill me with the attention we all need and desire. With love that only survivors such as we can understand. Trying to get the sound design on this just right. We all need and desire. With love that only survivors such as we can understand. The door opens and I breathe in the warm air, letting the door hang. I actually will need another layer here. It's rare that I add 4 layers. 4 tracks. But I think this story is worth it. It's been 3 months since we started our journey. I've lost 3 of my friends to the unending blizzard. It's been 3 months since we started our journey. I've lost 3 of my friends to the unending blizzard of this inhospitable place, and even the best fire can't keep us warm enough anymore. I fear all is lost. Mother, father, what can I say to help you understand? Heavens forbid. The footsteps now, and I put them in here a little louder than the blizzard so that they can actually be heard. Waiting to see me. 3 friends are waiting to fill me with the attention we all need and desire. With love that only survivors such as we can understand. The door opens and I breathe. Okay, that sound effect goes here. The door opens and I breathe in the warm air. The door opens and I breathe in the warm air, letting the door handle go and lowering my tasteless scarf.
Mom?
And for this I know exactly the right song. Is this the one that I sing? Come on. What's wrong? Why are you loaded out like that right now? Something's not quite right now. The door opens and I breathe in the warm air, letting the door handle go and lowering my tasteless scarf.
Mom? Home? Mary? You're late, young lady,
she replies as she turns a corner from the kitchen, wiping mouth on an apron.
Mary, you're chilled to the...
She's so warm. Sniffle and shiver hard in her embrace as she quickly turns to push me into the den where the heat is on and it melts. I disrobe as I collapse onto the floor in front of the couch and lay there, nearly naked.
Thanks, Mom. Darling. You were too bad. My friends ditched me and I had to walk alone. It was cold, so I made it into an adventure like you taught me.
She sighs and shakes her head.
Walk alone. It was cold, so I made it into an adventure like you taught me.
She sighs and shakes her head.
Your friends have been in your room waiting for you for the last 10 minutes. You got lost in your imagination again, didn't you?
I felt myself blush as the sound of my friends descending the stairs filled the house.
Well, it's hard not to.
I sigh.
I can't help it. I have issues, remember? I love you, baby, but you can't blame your poor eyesight on your active imagination. Wear your glasses,
she said as she took my now warming clothes back to the entryway. She's right, but at least I'm not a lost adventurer, right? Oh my god, this is Common Time's Visual Pony. I hope you will enjoy this, really I do. Because this story is just... wow. This story is just amazing. I love it. And let's do a new post. Audio. Select. Yeah, there is a picture to this. Oh, I already have this picture. Oh yeah, because I did a test thing earlier. Ah. And there we go. Next story out for the patrons. And now I'll go after tweeting this out. Hashtag MLP, hashtag MLP Film, hashtag Brony, hashtag fanfiction, hashtag audiobook. Okay, tweets this out. Add it as one of my favorites. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I always do. And we will see each other in the next one after my breakfast.